In this video, I'm going to show you how to make something more traditional this time for your Christmas cake. Alright, let's start first of all making Maria. And from a bowl, what we want to do is to shape it in a cone. And then in the middle, what we want to make with a handle brush is the part of the waistline. And then with the leaf shaper, what we want to do is to make all the dress creases from the top and even from the bottom. Then we want to make a long sausage, cut 2 pieces from it, and then draw some lines and put it on the right of Maria's dress. Then we put the rest of the sausage all around the waistline, and again draw all the lines to making it look more nicer. Then what we want to do to make the arms is to make 2 teardrops, and in the middle we want to make a hole, and on the biggest part we want to make a hole so that we can insert the hands inside of it. To make the hands very simple, we're just starting from a novel. We press in it and then cut out a triangle so that we can make the thumb and the other fingers as well. Obviously you want to make this part a little bit more round, and then if you want you can leave it as they are, or you can draw the other fingers as well. So let's insert it inside, bend a little bit, and then put it on the side of the dress. Now let's start making the head, and as usual we're going to start from a ball, then press it from the top of it, and then with our fingertip we want to press in the middle so that we're going to have some room for the eyes. Let's add a small triangle for the nose, make 2 holes for the nostrils, and make a little mouth. With the silicone brush it's just perfect. Then because of the part of the chin is too big, I'm going to shape it and remove any extra fondant. Let's start now 2 strips of brown fondant to make the brows, and then 2 holes for the eyes that we're going to fill with some brown modeling paste again. For each eye I'm going to add 1 piece of eyelash so that it's going to be nicer, and she's going to look more girly really. And then I'm going to add 2 dots of white fondant because I really love how the eye is going to brighten up every time I do that. So now let's put it on top of the body. To make the hair we're going to roll some yellow fondant, and then we're going to cut the bottom straight and each side, and then we're going to make lots of cuts so that we're going to have some pieces for the hair. So let's put it on top of the head, and normally what I do is to cut the top part of the hair that we're not going to need, but because we're going to cover afterwards, I actually prefer to leave it like this as it's going to leave more volume. And also what I'm going to do is to twist all these pieces of hair so they're going to look like wavy hair or curly. But also I've added 2 more pieces of hair just to cover the front head. And then I'm going to roll some pink fondant, put it on top of the head, and then try to make it a little bit wavy on each side and even at the back, using your fingers or a handle brush, whatever you find more useful for yourself. I think it looks much nicer if you give this nice and wavy shape. Now let's start making Joseph, which is very similar to Maria. So what we want to do is starting from ball, then making a cone, and then making the waistline using a handle brush. And then at the bottom we want to make a hole, and then with a leaf shaper with the side that is pointed, we want to make the dress creases from the bottom, then on the waistline, and then on the top as well. But I just want to make them in a different way so they don't look exactly the same. Then we want to make 2 long teardrops, make a hole inside of it so that we're going to have some room for the hands. Make 2 ovals, flat them, and cut out a triangle to make the thumb, and then draw the other fingers as well and insert inside the arm. But we're not going to add them just yet, because first of all we want to make the belt, and this time is going to be like a cord. So we want to make a long piece of brown fondant, then twist it all together, cut just one piece of it, fold it in half, and just put it on the right of Joseph. And then the rest of the cord we want to put it all around it, and only now we can add the arms as well. I thought it was going to be really nice to add some sandals as well. So they're really easy to make. What you need to do is to make 2 ovals of brown fondant, which are the base of the sandals, and then add 5 ovals, one smaller than the other, on each sandal, which of course are the fingers, and then make some room on the dress for the sandals, and then put them in. Another thing that I thought could be a nice touch was to add a strip of this nice green color all around Joseph, trying to make them some folds as well. To make the head, we're going to start from a ball, then we're gonna flatten a little bit, and then in the middle we want to press to make the part of the eyes. Then we're going to shape this chin because it doesn't look really nice at all still, and then we're going to remove any extra fondant. We're going to add a small triangle for the nose, make the nostrils, and then for the eyes we're going to make 2 holes first and then fill them with some brown fondant. To make the beard, what we're gonna do is to shape some brown fondant like a triangle, and then make it longer on each side, then draw the beard effect. I don't know if you can see, but I've made a small tiny mouth as well, and then I've added the beard on top of it. So also it was nice to add 2 long teardrops for the mustaches, and then as usual I always love to add 2 dots on each eye so that the eyes are going to make a big difference. Then to make the hair, I'm going to press a ball of brown fondant as well, and then the top I want them to be more flat, but at the bottom I'm gonna leave it a little bit loose because I think men during the time had longer hair. And then let's add a cute touch, which is this piece of hair on the forehead. But before adding the head onto the rest of the body, what we need to do is to insert a cocktail stick, which is going to support the head, of course. To make Joseph stick, we need to use a small cocktail stick which needs to be a little bit humid. So with your brush, you might want to weten it a little bit and then insert a ball and then roll it until you have it really thin. Then once you're happy with it, you can remove on one side the extra fondant, but just leave the other side because that one is the top of our stick that we're going to round it. And leave it like this. All right, and then what we want to do is put it on Joseph's hand. So we've done Maria, we've done Joseph. What we need to do is baby Jesus. And what we're going to start with is making it the basket where Jesus was. And what we're gonna start is making the base of it, and we're going to use some brown modeling paste, which is going to have a kind of rectangle shape, but it is bigger from the top and a little bit smaller at the bottom. Then we're going to draw two deeper lines all around it, and then other lines, but just a bit lighter. And then also on each angle of the basket, I think it is a nice touch to add some strip of brown fondant as well. And to make the straw, we're going to use some sand color fondant, which is going to have kind of an oval shape. And then all around it, we're going to make lots of small cuts so that it's going to look more realistic, and then we can put it on top of the base of the chest. Then we're going to make this baby Jesus really easily. I want to make sure that everyone can make it really. So we're going to start from a bowl, then we're going to add some yellow fondant, which are his hair. And then we're going to add an oval for the body, which is going to be hidden. So don't worry if it is white. It doesn't matter really. No one is going to see it. And then for the blanket, you have to make it a normal rolled piece of fondant. And then you're gonna wrap it like this. Making it a little bit more round at the base, at the bottom, which is going to look nicer. And then for the brows, I've just added 2 strips of brown fondant, and then I made 2 holes for the eyes, which I filled with brown fondant as well. Then, because I thought the Jesus on top of this basket was too flat, I've actually added a piece of brown fondant underneath the straw, which no one is going to see. Most of the time, when making a new video, I never know if you want me to make something really easy, a cake topper that everyone can make, or if you want me to make something more difficult. What kind of tutorials would you like me to make? If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're going to love this video too. Plus, don't forget to thumbs up, leave a comment of any request, what you think about this video as well. And as usual, don't forget to be creative and have fun. See you soon. Bye bye.